Yeah, I wish I knew a little more about that when my other little experiences, but it was just a big. I think a lot of people have been chewed up and spit out of that system now, and they're looking for another approach, which is why we're doing this, to give people a solution.
Okay, now here's something interesting. To be honest with you, your senators might actually be legitimate de jure senators of the under the Constitution. I really don't know. There could be like a duality system going on there.
Uh-huh.
If you guys, I don't know the system much down there, but it makes sense to me because the same way you got a stamp for your organization there from, what is it, the Secretary of the State?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why don't you send a copy of your pledge to the Constitution of the Republic to your senator or the Secretary of State for that state and have them certify that, or apostille. Get it apostilled.
Okay.
Apostille is the highest form of standing there is, and then when you go into court, you can say, "Well, yeah, here's my apostilled copy of my oath to the Constitution and the Republic, pledging myself to it." Right? Is anybody disputing this? If they don't, then I guess you have constitutional protections. If they're violating your rights at that point, well, now they're in a whole whack of shit. Now you've got some facts, some evidence to back your claim. You've got protections under the Constitution.
That's a good one.
That just makes sense to me. I don't know.
Well, I know there's a movement right now within the states, and I haven't looked in too much, but a lot of states are actually kind of abdicating because of the Obamacare and the NDA and everything else. They're actually saying, hey, you no longer have jurisdiction here. We're, sayonara. So it's a big movement.
Virginia, didn't Virginia just pass something that nullified the NDAA within their state?
Yeah, they did.
So it looks like a lot of these state senators are there. They want to be with the people, but the people need to wake up and realize that the senators need the support of the people of the republic. But they're not around. They're not around. They keep saying, "Well, no, all we got to do is vote in this guy, and he's going to fix everything." Well, yeah, they said that about Obama. They said that about Bush. They said that about everybody, right?
Yeah.
No, just leave out. Start supporting these senators and sheriffs, especially. I think they just had that big thing down in the States here that Sheriff Mack put on that.
Yeah.
That
Oath
big
keepers.
thing there where they trying to educate all the sheriffs on the Constitution and their
oath
authority as
keepers.
sheriffs and whatnot.
It's a big oath keeper gathering.
Oh man, support these people.
Oh yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Yeah, all your listeners, everybody, they got to start supporting these people and get out of this stupid political race. And that's what it is. It's stupidity. You're fighting Monsanto giving $1 billion to whatever their favorite candidate is. You can't fight that, so don't.
No. Yeah, the head of the agriculture department, I think, is being turned over to a Monsanto lawyer or something. I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The whole thing is fixed.
Well, I know you've been on our friend Max Egan's show from over in Australia.
Yeah, Max, yeah.
He's great. I love Max.
Yeah, Max had a show, I don't know, maybe about a month ago where he was just talking about, like, look, folks, what's really going on is, like, the system is attempting to create total criminalization of everything, every aspect of your life, so that every single person can be turned into a criminal off of some crazy statute, whatever. So it really, I can totally see how more and more people, it's just becoming a necessity to learn about some of this stuff to be able to navigate living on this planet.
There's what, 10 million laws on the books or more in the United States right now. It's ridiculous. I can't remember what the number was when I actually heard it. I was shocked. Okay? If there's that many laws in the books, are you trying to tell me you obeyed every single one of them today?
Yeah. I'm sure I broke.
We're already there. They're not trying to create it. We're there.
Yeah.
That's a good time to leave. When you don't like McDonald's anymore, leave. When you find out the beef is not beef and it's nothing but glue and sawdust, leave.
Don't eat it. Yeah. Oh God,
maybe if I petition McDonald's enough, they'll go back to beef. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Leave.
Don't even try.
Yeah.
Don't even try. Go to a different restaurant. Go back to the one that you like, which is the Republic.
Yeah.
So basically, I think it would be awesome to put together, what you're doing, educating people, things like that. Put together a little those templates or those forms of what we were just talking about, and make them available to everybody and say, hey, shoot it off to your Secretary of State, shoot it off to your senator, shoot it off to reestablish yourself as a sovereign, in the republic, and just create a mass movement in that direction.
Well, the Pledge of Allegiance, take out the American flag part and just write the Pledge of Allegiance down on a piece of paper, swear it out before a notary, go get it apostilled, have 3 witnesses present, and send that to your Secretary of State.
Mm-hmm. So I pledge allegiance to the republic, right, instead of the flag.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what the flag represents, but you pledge allegiance to both of them in that pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and the republic for which it stands.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bet my life on that.
Yeah.
It was funny too. Spencer was just showing me something about that pledge has changed like four or 5 times throughout the years, and so yeah.
I hear that flag's changed a couple times over the years.
Yeah, it was really interesting to look at how it was written out and had been changed over the years.
How about you recite the one that they actually used to pledge to back when they created the republic?
Mm-hmm.
The first one. Always go back to the
original.
Man, that's where you're going to find the best shit.
Now, what about we talked about a little earlier about the 13th Amendment, the original 13th Amendment that they dug up and found, where it basically says no lawyer or
no lawyers, no masons, nobody of any dual allegiance to say, I don't know, like the 50% of the members of Congress and the senators that are dual citizens of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that kind of shit. That was one of the reasons for the war, the Civil War, was to get the last copies of the Constitution with that 13th Amendment ratified in there and destroy it.
Yeah.
Utterly.
Exactly. So, and so I'm wondering what is the copy they have? They say they have the original copy. Where is that? I'm trying to remember where it's stored, but
I'm told there's like 3 copies.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 different constitutions. I'm not even sure what the difference is. I'm Canadian. We don't know much about that kind of stuff, but we seem to know more most Americans, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
But there is the organic constitution, and that's the one that's mentioned in that letter that Wayne Stump, that senator of Texas, sending something to the Secretary of State, talking about citizens that have rescinded their contracts with the state and have gone back to the organic constitution.
Mm-hmm.
They know this shit. They know it up top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what makes me think there might be a lawful level of the government at the very top.
Mm-hmm. But
you're being hijacked somewhere in the middle, and you're being contracted with by this other one, which probably overlaps one another. Who knows?
Yeah, I always wonder why.
If you guys find out more on that, no.
I'm wondering why we swore an allegiance to these people in Portugal. It's like I'm trying to figure that one out.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico. Yeah, sorry, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Puerto Rico. That's the only place that the American law has force and effect is inside Washington D.C. itself and Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Or no, that's the income tax. Whatever the income tax system is there. If you actually read through the income tax code or the IRS code or whatever it is, it tells you right in there. It only has force and effect in Washington D.C. and Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't live there.
I remember that from 12 years ago.
Yeah. That'd be a good one to cite and back to them. Just say, "What are you doing out here?"
Yeah, exactly. When did I move to Washington, D.C. or Puerto Rico? It's my understanding I exist in the Republic of Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. There's so many different avenues to take here. It's and I'm sure you have things on your websites and other people I know the Creditors in Commerce and all these other ones, they're all starting to put these templates together and paperwork together to help people out.
What do you think about templates, Dean? Because
please don't ever use templates.
Yeah. Now, because a lot of people who are just learning, they need to have some sort of example to a place to even start from. It's like before you learn to really go into a kitchen and just be able to cook, like intuitively, like a lot of people like to be able to follow a recipe, but there's inherent dangers if you're just going out there and cutting and pasting and not really realizing what you're doing, trying to follow some template. So I don't know. Do you want to just comment on that a little bit?
realizing a better word would be understanding. If you don't understand what you're doing because the document looks fancy and impressive, they're going to realize you don't know what you're talking about. And if you don't know what you're talking about, you don't truly understand what your rights are, you don't have any, believe me, and they will teach you a lesson in the courtroom. But the whole point is that this is made to be simple. Law was made to be simple. That's why they're trying to make it difficult nowadays. How hard is it to sit down and write out a statement 2 sentences long that you're pledging allegiance to the Constitution and the constitutional republic it created? How hard was that? I just said that right now. I'm not an American, okay? I don't need a template to do that.
Right.
I said it in no uncertain terms. I can walk in and I can explain that to a judge if I had to. Okay, that's how simple that is. You don't, in fact, simple is better. Again, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Don't go and look at examples people did online. Great. Print it up on bond paper and have the border around the bond paper and print up those 4 lines and sign it and swear by it. Shit, put your hand over it. Do a ceremony where you video record it and you have friends present where I don't
Witnesses.
care, just do it, right?
Right. Yeah. So there's lots of ways to do things depending on the individual and our flavor of how we want to construct our own stuff.
Yeah, because we ratify our own stuff, right? We just have to prove that we did it. When you walk into court, say, "Well, here's my pledge. It's all certified. It's been apostilled by the Secretary of the State or whoever. I don't fucking know." And then say, "Yeah, I've got a DVD of the ceremony right here where I pledged. You want to watch that too?"
Yeah.
Don't actually. You could do that, sure. By all means, send them a copy. Say, here you go. You watch this at your own leisure. Like, it's up to you. There's no authority that you go to.
Right.
We are the authority. That doesn't mean, you had your say because you voted. No, we are the authority. You go to us when you want to know something. I will tell you what the Constitution says to me. If we have a dispute, then we go to a lawyer, then we go to a justice who's operating under his oath to the Constitution. Are you going to find one state attorney willing to go to court before a judge who is under his actual oath to the Constitution before a citizen of the Republic? No. No. Send your adversary a certified copy of your pledge to the Constitution if you want, or to the Republic or whatever. And say, well, this, I don't know what these statutes are you're talking about. I'm not aware of any such law in this land. That's a good one. That one was given to somebody in Canada without them even realizing it by a judge.
Oh, really?
When this guy was quoting a bunch of criminal code charges against cops in court, not in criminal court though, civil court, and the judge just kept saying, "I'm sorry, but there is no such law in this land." And this guy's getting pissed off, like, fuck you, I've been charged with that before. I can assure you that they use it is a law. And the judge was like, "I'm sorry, there's no such law in this land." And I was like, dude, he just gave you, you're out for any criminal charge they ever try to come against you with. I am a sovereign man of this land, and I'm not aware of any such law in this land. I'm sorry, Have a nice day.
He was drawing the distinction that it's not, there may be a statute to that effect, but it's not the law of this land.
They know the difference when you're trying to use one against a cop.
Right. But if you didn't have the ears to hear that, you might just be, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Yeah, they're screwing me over. They're just pissing me off now.
But really, the dude was telling the truth, though. Yeah.
He was giving you all the ammunition you ever need to use.
Yeah. Huh.
Or there's no if you would have said there's no statute in this land, then it'd be a whole different story. But that's
there is no such statute, but the statutes don't apply to the land.
Yeah.
They're commercial contractual in nature, right?
Yeah.
There's only one law of land.
Well, I mean that's the big thing that I know most people are dealing with is that, okay, what's the difference between the law of the land, like the judge was giving this guy an out with, and all the statutes which they are assuming are putting upon you as the law of the land, which really aren't.